this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's bright and early, daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through. Hope you guys are grinding forward, having a good weekend. Let's get into our study group for warriors, for my hardcore heads. Every single Sunday, I do a little study group for people that are interested, just to give you guys some extra information to play with in your brain, to think about as you go through your program, your mind, body, and soul daily discipline lifestyle management program. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. We got some good people on the channel. Here's an idea. Now, this may not be relevant to everyone, but if you're single, if you're a single man struggling with some emotional baggage, which many people are, what's keeping you single? It's possible that that emotional baggage is keeping you single. Your own mental health, the way you present yourself to the world and to yourself. It's not just simply a lack of confidence. It may be something blocking you. So here's the statement. See if this resonates. You're not attracted to women. You're attracted to unfinished emotional business. Right? You thought you were attracted to that woman. You're not. You're attracted to what she represents in your mind. And this may explain some of the toxic relationships that you have. Some of those awful girlfriends that you chose that didn't work out, weren't meant to work out. Why did you even waste your time with them? Unfinished emotional baggage, unfinished emotional business. What you resist persists. What you run from will always chase you. Let's move on. Here's some advice for some of you. Romantic partners aren't rehab centers for childhood wounds. You need me to read that again, don't you? Romantic partners aren't your rehab centers for your childhood wounds. You can't use your partner to help you through your childhood trauma. It's not fair to them. Carl Jung, Jordan Peterson, a lot of people talk about the monster within. I've talked about this many times. I used to sit in the therapist's office twice a week complaining about the monster within, how I couldn't control it. I was afraid of it. What do I do? How do I get rid of it? Don't get rid of it, but learn how to control it and try to understand what it is. What is the monster within? A broken, wounded child who never got his way? Just be real with yourself. Who created the monster? You think you're a monster. Why? You want to smash down buildings and kill people, rip people's heads off. You're so mean and evil inside. Dirty, rotten you on the inside, that dark soul you have. Trust me, I've felt this way. What started that? Where does all that come from? You ever thought about it? Is it a defense system? Is this just a survival issue? That monster is really just afraid of the world. Well, why are you so mean? Are you a wounded dog lashing out? You ever try to pet a wounded dog or rescue a wounded dog? They'll bite you. Some of them will. Is the monster within, that monster that you cling to, that you promote, that you think is the real you, that is the badass version of you, is that just your body saying, if no one is going to protect me, then I'll become the threat? It's just worth thinking about. Now, I'm not telling you to purge the monster. It's just good to know what his motivation is, what drives that monster. This will help you keep it in check. Here's a statement that I heard, that I wrote down, that I also agreed with. I forget who said it, but it was last week. I will go to hell for no one. For no one. I don't care who you are. I will go to hell for no one. Not my brother, not my mother. I will go to hell for no one. Not you. Not anyone. If the path doesn't lead you to God, don't take it. A lot of you are lost. A lot of you are searching for a way. Go adventure. Go have fun. Go search your path. There's lots of them. But as you're looking down various paths, wondering, is this a cool direction to go in? Keep in mind, as you trot along through the valley of the shadow of death, that if this path that I'm on right now isn't leading me to God, isn't leading me to holiness, I need to turn around. I should not be on this path. This is not the path for me. As you're navigating forward, only take paths that God gives you. And you know in your heart, you know what feels right. And this is a way to be skeptical, to question things. Ask yourself before following or believing any idea, anything any man says. Does this take me on the path to God or the path to the devil? Let's talk about what it means to be sanctified. Sanctification. I heard two guys at breakfast yesterday morning talking about sanctification. And one of them said, one old man said to the other old man, "It ain't easy being sanctified." That means to be made holy and follow God's path. You can wake up each morning, pray, ask for forgiveness, be sanctified and made holy, and follow God's path every single day. And what that means is that your conscience won't allow you to have these areas infected. So the first one is truth. You won't allow truth to be infected with lies. You won't allow it. When you're sanctified, you guard the truth. You protect the truth. The truth is the path to God, even if it sucks. Truth hurts. The path to God isn't always pillows and puppies and, fun stuff. Your sanctification is around your purity, and you won't let your purity be infected, be muddied. It's not just the cleanliness of your house, but the cleanliness of your mind and your soul, your lifestyle. You'll constantly be purifying. You don't want to drink a glass of dirty water. I go pour you some water and it's full of sediment and rust and dirt. And I don't want that. I want clean water. Only clean stuff goes in this body. Only clean thoughts come in this mind. And only purity comes out of it. And that takes a lot of work. It's not easy. To be sanctified, you won't allow your honesty to be affected. That's similar to truth, but there may be some nuance, and you won't allow your love to be affected. Let's talk about the heckler's veto. It's an interesting concept. We're seeing this definitely with the left. You see this at comedian performances, at comedy shows. And the heckler in the audience wants to get up and shut down the comedian. You can't talk about that. That's offensive. You can't talk about gender. You can't talk about race. You can't talk about anything I don't want to hear. Oh, no, not that topic either. And they'll start heckling you, start yelling, start screaming, and they'll shut your show down. They do this with speakers on college campuses. In a sick and twisted and awful way, that's what the murder of Charlie Kirk was the heckler's veto. The whiny little liberal bitch who doesn't want to hear it. That motherfucker didn't go down and wait in line and argue about his little trainee boyfriend and his beliefs. He could have. There's an open mic. He didn't do that. He didn't choose to engage in a battle of beliefs. He chose to lay down like a bitch on a rooftop and fire off a shot. It's the heckler's veto. I never understood what inspired a heckler at a comedy show anyways. I mean, it ruins the show. You want to go over there and stab them in the throat. Shut the fuck up. Speaking of Charlie Kirk, let me put my notes down for a second. I want to read Ephesians 5:25. I was listening to Erica Kirk's speech that she gave. I've watched it twice. If you haven't watched it yet, you need to go watch it. A little homework for some of you guys. And she mentioned in that speech that her husband, Charlie Kirk, his favorite passage in the Bible was Ephesians 5:25. So let's go to Ephesians 5:25. Wives and husbands, let's just read a couple verses and see what we get out of it. I haven't read this yet. I may stumble. The Bible's kind of hard for me to read. Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. In this way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. It goes on, you can read more of it. Here's a line from a song that I like. It's by a skinhead band. If that offends you, maybe you need to be offended. The band's named Blitz. It's been around for more than 20 years, longer than many of you have been around. They were around when I was a kid. This isn't a racist Nazi song for those of you already triggered. This is a song about politics 30 years ago or longer. And it's relevant to this very day. The song popped up on my playlist and they don't have much lyrics. Never surrender, never give in. Never let the enemies win. Never say why, never say die. It's always worth another try. Never give in to the things they say. Better move fast before it's too late. Lose the race, lose your face. Better keep cool and play the ace. Let me ask you this question. Maybe we'll end here. I got 3 or 4 more pages. Who deserves to die because of their belief? Who? Do people deserve to die because of their beliefs? Which beliefs? Which ones? Which beliefs do we kill people for? Think about it. Food for thought.